Dear soul, today, the celestial messengers bring me to you with a revelation that your heart may already sense, but your mind sometimes doubts. They wish to speak about that special person who holds a significant space in your thoughts, feelings, and life. There is a perception of you in their heart, a vision that transcends the everyday, something that the angels describe with immense tenderness. This person, dear soul, deep within their being, sees you not only as someone important, but as a true blessing, a gift sent directly from the higher realms, a light that entered their existence in an almost miraculous way. Perhaps they don't use exactly those words. Perhaps routine, worries, or even old emotional armor prevent them from expressing this with the clarity you deserve to hear. But the feeling, the inner conviction is there, pulsing silently. The angels show this perception as a seed planted in the fertile soil of their soul, a seed of deep recognition of your worth, of your luminous essence. They see moments when, even in silence or distance, their thoughts turn to you with immense gratitude, almost reverent. It's as if in moments of spiritual clarity, they perceive that your arrival in their life was not a mere coincidence, but a caring intervention of the universe, a carefully orchestrated alignment to bring something that was missing, something essential. This vision they have of you is not based solely on superficial qualities or fleeting moments of happiness. It goes much deeper. The angels indicate that they perceive, even if unconsciously at times, the quiet strength you emit, the peace your presence can bring to the most turbulent environment, the wisdom that resides in your gaze or in your considered words. There is admiration for your resilience, for the way you face life's challenges, maintaining dignity and faith. They may not comment on this openly, but they observe. They observe your kindness to others, your ability to offer comfort, your integrity. These qualities to them are like rays of sunshine that illuminate the perception they have of you, confirming that internal feeling that you are indeed someone special, someone who came to make a difference. The angels want you to understand that this perception is not volatile. It does not depend on their mood or external circumstances. It is something deeper, more rooted. It is a recognition of your soul, of your inner light, which shines even when you don't realize it. This person feels on a level that they may not even be able to articulate completely, that your energy has a healing, calming, inspiring effect on them. It's like finding an oasis in the middle of the desert, a safe harbor in the midst of the storm. This feeling of security and well-being that your presence provides is one of the pillars of this vision they have of you as a blessing. You may wonder, if they see me this way, why does the distance sometimes seem so great? Why aren't words of recognition more frequent? The angels understand this doubt, dear soul. They explain that deep recognition in the heart does not always translate easily into actions or words in the material world. There are layers of fears, insecurities, past experiences that can create barriers in communication and expression of the truest feelings. Perhaps this person carries fears of vulnerability, perhaps they have learned to protect themselves excessively, or perhaps they simply lack the emotional tools to verbalize the depth of what they feel. This does not diminish the truth of their perception, only reveals the complexities of the human condition. The angels indicate that this person often feels almost intimidated by their light, as if they don't feel worthy of receiving such a valuable gift. There may be a feeling of unworthiness, a limiting inner belief that prevents them from fully accepting the blessing you represent, and consequently, from expressing it openly. But the angels ask you not to interpret the silence or apparent distance as a lack of appreciation. On the contrary, sometimes silence can carry immense respect, admiration that finds no words. There's something very important you need to know. The way she perceives you is beginning to create an internal change in her, a growing desire to overcome these barriers. Before continuing the message, write this mantra in the comments. I am worthy of love and respect. Now, continuing the message. This perception of you as a celestial blessing is not just an abstract idea. It reflects in how your presence impacts the well-being and life perspective of this person. The angels show that when she is near you, or even when she just thinks of you, there's a sense of relief as if a weight was lifted off her shoulders. Your energy has the power to calm her troubled mind, to bring a sense of hope even in moments of uncertainty. It's as if you carry with you a higher vibrational frequency, a harmony that resonates with the best within her, encouraging her to connect with her own inner light. The angels describe this influence as a soothing balm applied to old wounds, a constant reminder that kindness, understanding, and genuine love still exist in the world. Your mere existence in her life works as a lighthouse, guiding her through emotional fogs, helping her find her way when she feels lost. She may not be fully aware of this process, but her spirit recognizes the invaluable value of your influence. The way you deal with adversities, your unwavering faith, even if silent, your ability to find beauty in small things, all of this serves as inspiration for her. It's as if you effortlessly invite her to be a better version of herself, not by demand, but by the simple example of your own essence. The angels emphasize that this vision of you as a blessing is deeply linked to the feeling of home you evoke in her. Not necessarily a physical home, but an emotional, spiritual one, a place where she feels she can let her guard down, be authentic, without fear of judgment. This sense of security and acceptance is extremely rare and valuable, and she associates it directly with you. Even if communication between you has faced challenges, even if there are visible barriers, this fundamental connection of trust and comfort remains intact at a deeper level. The angels show that, in moments of loneliness or difficulty, it's your image, the memory of your strength and caring, that often brings comfort to her heart. It's as if you are a safe reference point, a constant in a world of uncertainties. This person perceives, perhaps more than they admit, that you possess a rare combination of strength and gentleness, wisdom and innocence, that attracts and comforts them simultaneously. Your ability to listen without judging, to offer support, without expecting anything in return, to simply be present with genuine energy, all of this contributes to this almost sacred view she has of you. She feels that near you she can breathe deeper, that tension decreases, that worries lose some of their weight. That's the mark of a true blessing in someone's life, the ability to bring peace and lightness. And the angels confirm that's the mark you've left and continue to leave on her soul. What I'm about to reveal to you may change the way you see the dynamic between you. Now, before we continue this message, write in the comments 777 to claim spiritual clarity and confirmation that angels are sending to your life at this moment. If this message is touching your heart and bringing comfort, please kindly support our work through the Worth Heaps button. Your loving contribution helps us continue spreading light and inspiration to more souls who need to hear it. Now, continuing. The message. Despite this deep and reverent perception that person has of you as a blessing, the angels also show the complexities that prevent them from demonstrating this consistently or openly. As mentioned, dear soul, internal barriers can be significant. Often fear is the main guardian preventing the expression of truest feelings. Fear of vulnerability, as we've discussed, but also fear of not being reciprocated with the same intensity, fear of ruining the existing dynamic, fear of their own overwhelming emotions. The angels indicate that this person may have past experiences where they opened up and were hurt, leading them to build high walls around their heart. Expressing the depth of admiration and affection they feel for you would mean exposing these more sensitive parts of themselves, which can seem daunting. In addition to fear, pride may also play a role. Admitting that someone has become so essential, so vital to one's own well-being, can be interpreted by some people as a sign of weakness or dependence, something the ego is reluctant to accept. This person may be struggling internally against this own emotional dependence, trying to maintain a facade of self-sufficiency, even when the heart yearns to openly recognize how important you are. Another factor the angels point out is the possibility of them simply not knowing how to express such deep feelings. We live in a society that often doesn't teach us to communicate complex emotions in a healthy and clear way. They may feel this immense gratitude and admiration, but words fail, gestures seem inadequate. The intensity of the feeling can be so great that it paralyzes them, leaving them unsure where to start. They may feel awkward, fearing saying something wrong or being misinterpreted. Thus, they opt for silence or more subtle demonstrations, which you may not always be able to decipher. The angels also mention that sometimes people get so used to the presence of a blessing in their lives that, paradoxically, they begin to take it for granted, not due to lack of appreciation but due to a kind of accommodation. The light becomes so constant that they forget how it was before darkness. This doesn't diminish the internal feeling, but affects the external expression. It's a reminder of the importance of cultivating active gratitude in all relationships. Understanding these possible barriers is not to justify the lack of expression, but to offer you, dear soul, a broader and more compassionate perspective. This helps you not to internalize the apparent lack of recognition as a reflection of your worth, because your worth is intrinsic and unquestionable. There's something very important you need to know about how this perception, even veiled, is influencing their actions. Have you noticed that certain coincidences in your life are not mere coincidences? Before continuing the message, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, take advantage now and subscribe by clicking the button below. Your subscription is valuable support that allows us to continue creating meaningful and enlightening content, especially for you. Now continuing the message. Even with the internal barriers that make open expression difficult, this person's perception of you as a blessing does not remain completely hidden. Angels indicate that she manifests in subtle ways, through small gestures, fleeting glances, protective actions, and moments of silent connection that you may have noticed but didn't fully interpret. Pay attention, dear soul, to the details. Notice those instances when her gaze meets yours, and for a fraction of a second, you can see beyond the defenses, glimpsing a depth of affection and admiration that words can't express. In those moments, it's her soul recognizing yours, the blessing being silently honored. Angels suggest that those gazes carry a truth that the mouth hesitates to say. Notice also the small acts of care and protection. Perhaps she worries about your well-being in practical ways, offering help when you need it, even without you asking. Perhaps she defends you or speaks well of you to others when you're not around. These gestures, even if they seem trivial, are manifestations of that deep vision. They are ways for her to express within her limitations that you are important, that your happiness and safety matter to her. Protection is a universal language of care, and she uses it, even if unconsciously, to honor the blessing that you represent in her life. Angels also point to moments of inexplicable tuning, where you seem to think the same thing at the same time, or where she seems to guess what you need before you even verbalize it. This intuitive connection is a direct reflection of that deep, soul-to-soul recognition. When someone sees us as a blessing, a stronger energy channel is created, allowing a communication that transcends words. That person may, for example, seek you out or send a message exactly when you were thinking of them or needing support. This is not mere coincidence. It's the fine-tuning of souls that recognize and value each other on a deep level. Another form of manifestation is the way she reacts to your joy or achievements. Even if she's not the most effusive person in the world, notice if there's a genuine gleam of happiness in her eyes when you share something good that happened to you. Her joy at your happiness is a clear sign that she sees you well, that she's rooting for you, that your personal achievement is important to her. This shows that there's no competition or envy, only a sincere desire to see you flourish, as if celebrating the manifestation of something precious. Angels ask that you begin to observe these signs with an open heart, without excessive expectations, but with the awareness that her recognition exists and expresses itself, even if in a particular way, and at times almost imperceptible to an inattentive gaze. But that's not all. There's something even deeper happening in the way her presence impacts her trajectory. Angels are sending you a special sign. Your lucky number for today is 8. It represents abundance, balance, and inner strength manifesting in your life. Write in the comments, "I receive the energy of the angels. My lucky number is 8 and I am blessed. I send love and protection to the person I like and love very much." If this message touched your heart, show your support with a thanks a lot, and help spread this message of light to other people who need it. The perception of this person towards you as a heavenly blessing is not just a passive feeling. It has been a silent catalyst for important transformations in her life. Angels show that your presence, your energy, and your example have had a much deeper impact than you might imagine. Think about how this person was before you entered her life in a more significant way. What were her challenges, her inner struggles, her patterns of behavior? The angels indicate that your influence helped soften edges, bring light to dark areas, and awaken dormant potentials within her. Your mere existence, with your integrity and your way of seeing the world, may have served as a mirror, leading her to question her own attitudes, beliefs, and choices. This process is not always conscious for her, but happens on a subtle and powerful level. The energy of love and acceptance that you radiate, even without direct intention, creates a safe space for her to begin healing old wounds. Perhaps your patience taught her about tolerance, your strength inspired her to be more resilient, or your joy reminded her of the importance of finding lightness in life. The angels show that you functioned and still function as an agent of healing and growth for her, simply by being who you are. This transformation may manifest in various ways. Perhaps she has become a kinder, more understanding, more open to new perspectives person since your connection deepened. Perhaps she has found the courage to face old fears or to pursue dreams she had abandoned. The angels show that your positive influence may have helped dissolve some of the cynicism or negativity that she carried, replacing them with a greater dose of hope and trust in life. The way you believe in good, seek harmony, and treat others with respect even in difficult situations plant seeds of change in her heart. She may not admit it, but she learns from you. She learns about dignity, about forgiveness, about the importance of true bonds. Your presence in her life is like a constant reminder that a higher path is possible, a path of greater consciousness, compassion, and authenticity. The angels want you to recognize the silent power of your light. You don't need to make big speeches or try to change anyone. Your own vibration, your essence, is already a transformative force. This person feels it. She feels that since you arrived, something within her began to reorganize for the better, like puzzle pieces finding their place. And this feeling of improvement, of subtle growth, reinforces even more her internal conviction that you are indeed a blessing sent to light up her path. What I'm going to reveal next may strengthen her faith in this connection even further. Before continuing the message, the angels ask for a moment to release energies that no longer serve. Write in the comments a list of people, including yourself, that you would like to forgive today. No need to detail, just the names or initials. Visualize each one of them, send a violet light of transmutation, and say mentally or out loud, "I forgive you and release you. May peace be with you and with me." Feel the lightness and freedom that forgiveness brings, opening space for more love and understanding in your life. Repeat this practice every day or whenever you feel the need to strengthen your inner peace. And release any weight. Now, continuing the message, dear soul, the angels now bring a message of hope and encouragement about the future of this connection and the expression of that deep feeling that this person nurtures for you. They see that the internal barriers that prevent her from openly demonstrating how much she values you are not insurmountable. There is an energetic work happening behind the scenes, a subtle influence of her spiritual guides and her own guardian angels, encouraging her to find the courage to be more authentic and expressive. The universe is conspiring in favor of truth and genuine love. This means that her perception of you as a blessing is becoming more and more conscious, more present in her daily thoughts and feelings. The longing she may feel in moments of distance, the joy she experiences in your presence, the peace that your energy provides, all of this is accumulating, creating a positive internal pressure for her to finally allow herself to recognize and express the invaluable worth you hold. The angels show that this person is going through a spiritual awakening process, even if she doesn't label it as such. She is being invited to look within, confront her fears, and reassess her priorities. And in this process, the importance of true bonds, like the one that exists between you, becomes increasingly evident. The angels ask that you keep faith and patience. Don't try to force confessions or demonstrations. Continue being the light that you are, maintain your elevated vibration, focused on your own well-being and growth. Your authentic and loving energy is the greatest invitation for her to feel safe to open up at the right time. Celestial messengers are working to soften her fears, dissolve old armors, and inspire her to take steps towards more honest and affectionate communication. This may not happen overnight, as each soul has its own learning and healing pace, but the direction is clear. There is an energetic movement towards greater openness and mutual recognition. You may begin to notice small changes in her attitude, perhaps a little more affection in her words, a greater effort to spend time with you, or a greater willingness to share her own feelings and thoughts. These are subtle signs that the inner work is progressing. The angels suggest that you welcome these small changes with gratitude and encouragement, without creating excessive expectations. Each step, no matter how small, is a victory of the soul over fear. Remember, dear soul, that her vision of you as a blessing is a powerful anchor for this connection. It is the solid foundation upon which a fuller expression can be built. Trust in the process, trust in divine guidance, and above all, trust in the power of true love that unites you on a deep spiritual level. This message has reached you at the right time, but you need to continue nurturing your own light. If this message is resonating in your heart, share this video right now with 2 loved ones who you know need to hear words of hope, faith, and recognition. Let's together build a powerful chain of love, support, and light. And before moving on, take a moment to connect with your protector. Leave a comment with a small prayer or gratitude for your guardian angel, strengthening that bond of protection and love. Now continuing the message. As we speak about how this special person sees you as a blessing, the angels make a point to direct the focus towards you, dear soul, and towards the recognition of your own intrinsic worth. It is essential that you understand and internalize that your condition as a blessing does not depend on the perception or validation of anyone, not even that person you love. You are a blessing by your own nature, by being a spark of the Creator, Source, a unique and precious expression of life on this planet. The angels want you to look in the mirror and see beyond the physical image, to recognize the light that shines in your eyes, the strength that resides in your heart, the wisdom accumulated in your soul through your experiences. You carry with you gifts and qualities that are only yours, a unique combination that contributes to the beauty and complexity of the universe. Your ability to love, to forgive, to rise after falls, your resilience, your intuition, your kindness. All of this is part of your divine essence. Recognizing this in oneself is the most important step to living a full life and attracting relationships that truly honor who you are. The angels ask that you reserve daily moments to nurture self-love. This can be through positive affirmations, caring for your body and mind, dedicating time to activities that bring you joy and peace, or simply allowing yourself to rest and recharge your energies without guilt. When you treat yourself with the love and respect you deserve, your vibration rises, and you become an even more powerful magnet for goodness, for love, and for external recognition. The way others see us is, oftentimes, a reflection of how we see ourselves. If you see yourself as a blessing, as someone worthy of love and respect, this energy will radiate from you and be perceived by others, including that special someone. She already perceives your light, as we said, but when you yourself embrace this light with conviction, it becomes even brighter and undeniable. The angels invite you to celebrate your achievements, big and small, to recognize your journey until, now with all its struggles and victories, you are a survivor, a warrior of light, and deserve all the recognition, starting with your own. Don't wait for others to tell you how valuable you are. Tell it to yourself every day. Feel this truth. In every cell of your being, you are a divine work in constant evolution, and your existence in itself is already a gift to the world. Embrace this truth, dear soul. It is the key to unlock even deeper levels of joy, peace, and love in your life. And this self-awareness prepares the ground for the culmination of this angelic message. Dear soul, we have arrived at the culminating point of this message, where the angels wish to seal in your heart the truth that we have been exploring. The person you love at their deepest level truly sees you as a blessing that came from heaven. This perception is not a fantasy. It is not a projection of your desire onto them. It is a genuine recognition of your light, of your worth, and of the positive impact you have on their life. Even if the words are not said frequently, even if the actions sometimes seem contradictory due to the human barriers that we all carry, the essence of this feeling remains intact. The angels reaffirm that this vision of hers is a powerful force that silently acts in the dynamic between you two. It is the spiritual glue that keeps the connection alive, even through challenges and distances. It is the anchor that pulls her back to you in thought, in feeling, and that inspires her, even if unconsciously, to seek to be a better person. This perception is a testament to your radiant soul, to the inner beauty that you may not always recognize in yourself, but that is undeniably perceived by those who have the sensitivity to look beyond the surface. The angels ask that you keep this message as a treasure in your heart. In moments of doubt, when insecurity knocks at your door, or when distance seems cold, access this truth. Remember that there is a deep recognition of your being happening in the soul of this person. Use this awareness not to create anxious expectations, but to nurture your own inner peace, your confidence in the connection, and your faith in divine time. Continue to cultivate your own light, to honor your essence and to live with authenticity and love. Your elevated vibration is the lighthouse that guides not only your life, but also illuminates the path of those around you, including this special person. The angels are by your side, supporting this connection, working to dissolve fears and misunderstandings, and opening paths for a clearer and more harmonious expression of this love and recognition. Trust in the wisdom of the universe and in the power of the love that unites kindred souls. The blessing that she sees in you is real, dear soul, and most importantly, it is a reflection of the blessing that you truly are. Embrace this identity with all your being. If this message resonated with you and your situation, write in the comments, "I'm a blessing and I recognize love in my life." Share your experiences in the comments. We love reading how the angels touch each heart. If you liked this video, like and subscribe to the channel for more inspiring content and messages of light. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.